Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay and today I will be sharing my personal beliefs, opinions, and experiences on individuals with exceptionalities being included in public schools, community employment, and neighborhoods. So because the term individuals with exceptionalities is so broad and covers both above and below what we would consider the norm, I'm going to try my best to cover as many bases and scenarios as I can. My personal opinion is yes, everyone above, below, shape, or size should be included in any scenario and place that they would feel comfortable in. However, due to this exceptionality they may have, if needed or recommended, they should freely receive an individualized program that is best fit for that individual. Okay, so the first topic I'm really going to focus in on because I think that it is so important is the topic of individuals with exceptionalities being included in public schooling and public education. So now, obviously, we know that there are laws to protect against each student. They have the right to get the free, appropriate public education that they need, whatever that is possible and best fit for the student. However, I think it should be left up to the family or the individual what is best fit for them. An example I can think of is an individual that is, let's say, above the norm. Their, higher grades can obtain information faster. It is left up to the family to decide if they would like to take them to a private school or homeschooling for an option for that student, because they feel that this public education is not enough for the student. I think it should just really be left up to the family, but no matter above or below, they should always have that option to be included in public schooling and public education. Now, going back off more beliefs on public education, you could also take this into what you believe for classrooms and what each individual, where they should be taught, or how many teachers do they have, or their class size. Now, I think that anyone, whether they have an exceptionality, learning disability, impairment, anything, I really do believe that most individuals learn better one-on-one or smaller class sizes. So that also can go along with what the family believes, what is best for them. I also solely believe in peer interaction. You have to socialize. It is better for people. You could learn easier that way. So I believe that works for people even with exceptionalities. Of course, there are so many different things. The student may have ADHD and not be able to focus with as many people in the room. So maybe a personalized instructor would be best fit for them. I think it just goes back to many of the things. It depends on who and what the student needs and what is best fit for them. The next topic that I'm going to focus in on are individuals with exceptionalities being included in community employment. Now, I think that, yes, of course, they should be included. Obviously, I think that people have a tendency to believe that when they hear an individual with an exceptionality, they may have something wrong with them, or they may not be as smart, when that is not the case at all. Someone may have a learning disability. Let's use dyslexia for an example. And they wouldn't have a physical disability wrong with them that you would be able to know that. So I feel like it is very important to normalize exceptionalities, and not even to mention that it may mean that they are above the norm, that they are more intelligent than the average person. So I feel like, yes, they should be included in community employment, not only to participate and help in society, but it may also really help that individual feel confident and better about themselves if they have such things like a job, or maybe community service and helping out I think that would all be very important, and it's important to include them in all of it. So the final topic is individuals with exceptionalities being included in neighborhoods. So I think this one is very broad, could cover many things, whether you'd like to say the neighborhood baseball team or neighborhood community service involvement. So I think, yes, many of these things could be a learning experience and a good experience for them to make friends. An example being, say they may be a little socially shy. This would be a good experience for them to get out, learn something they may be good at and have a possible talent in. So my answer is yes, I do think they should be involved in neighborhood activities. So to conclude and summarize my personal belief statement on individuals with exceptionalities being included in public schools, community employment, and neighborhoods, I thought it'd be very important to mention the stigma that may go along with individuals with exceptionalities and what people may assume about them. So I just felt like many people automatically assume that, oh, they have a learning disability, oh, they have an impairment, they may not be as intelligent, when I think that is not the case. Someone may have dyslexia and people automatically assume that they are not as intelligent when that is not true. Just because they may be lacking in reading and writing skills doesn't mean that they don't excel in math or gym class or be a 5-star athlete. So I believe that many of that goes along with the stigma and why we should not exclude them from certain things as schooling, employment, or neighborhoods.